everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have found a new drugstore foundation. This is why I have nothing on my skin other than some skincare and some sunscreen to protect myself from those UVA and UVB rays. But what I found here is this guy right here. It is the Maybelline Green Edition Superdrop Tinted Oil Foundation. So this is what it says here. Adjustable conditioning coverage, skin-like and feel formula with jojoba and marula oil. For directions, it says shake well before use as some natural separation may occur. Apply to clean skin. It is also 84% natural origin ingredients. It's a vegan formula, clean formula, and this glass bottle is made with 20% recyclable material. So at the back here, it says 1 drop would be sheer coverage, 3 drops is light coverage, and then 5 drops would be a medium coverage foundation. And then it also gives you all the ingredient list at the back. There's a lot of oil in here. Now, I am a little bit of a combination skin type, so this to me is a little bit scary, but I really wanted to test it out for all my combination to oily skin people out there. When I go onto the website as well, I'm on the Shoppers Drug Mart website, and there only is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades. Just 7, which is not a lot, to be quite honest with you. Number 90 on the website doesn't look too dark. It's like honestly a deep medium. But it's not really giving us a wide variety of shades for sure. That's not happening. Also want to note here that I only could find the shade 30. Usually in a Maybelline foundation I do like a 40. It does come in a 40, but I just could not find it, so I had to pick up the 30. If you know me, I love a good Maybelline foundation. Matte and Poreless is my favorite foundation for sure. I have been having some issues with breaking out on my chin. I don't know what's going on. It's just in this area, I'm having some problems. I don't know. It's okay though. It's just life, and life will go on with a little bit of pimples. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, pick up this guy right here, I'm gonna shake it. So one thing to note as well, because this is an oil-based foundation, do not use a water-based primer. Oil and water do not mix well together, so just letting you know, if you love using a primer, go with something that has more the dimethicone, not the water base. So I'm going to use nothing. I just have some sunscreen. Hopefully it just reacts nicely with the sunscreen on my face. Giving it a good shake though. Here we go. So let's apply 1 drop, even though I feel like it's going to do nothing for me. 1 drop is legit not enough to do anything. But anyways, let's just see. 1 drop. 1 drop. We're going to need about 10,000 drops at this point. I like the color actually. Kind of, the 40 might have been a bit too dark. It's probably a better color for me when I'm like super self-tanned. Okay, we're like this whole 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4, I don't really know. Obviously, if you like to be very natural, of course, do 1 drop and sheer it out. You'll just look like a goddess as well. But for me, I like a little bit more coverage. So we just want to add some all over the brush to work into the skin. Really liking the way it's applying to the skin. It honestly feels like I'm putting on a really fancy face oil. Really scared how this though is going to perform throughout the day, but we will just find out. Also, days where I like to wear like a no makeup kind of look, you know, going to the drugstore, going to the grocery store. I sometimes don't even put hardly any makeup on at all because I just can't be bothered. So this is the type of kind of foundation that I might just grab, you know, quickly rub into the skin. I also applied this with a brush instead of a wet beauty blender because again, oil, water, the beauty blender's wet. I just feel like this definitely will apply the product a lot more seamless in my opinion. I think your fingers would do a great job as well. Very, very easy to blend, like super easy. And it looks absolutely amazing on my skin. My nose has been quite dry lately. It's a little bit clinging, tiny bit to the dry patches on my nose, I would say. And actually, when I'm using my finger to blend it on my nose, the product is actually lifting. So the brush for me is a better situation. So I would definitely say I'm getting medium coverage with this for sure. And then I could definitely see how it would only give you light coverage depending on how much you use. I just picked up 1 full dropper, basically, kind of just put it on the brush. This is the same kind of consistency as the new L'Oreal foundation that I really like, but that one is hyaluronic acid based and not an oil based foundation. So that's the difference. But I actually really like this color and I'm kind of glad I picked this up, number 30. If I was more self-tan though, definitely going to go for a 40. It does a really good job of covering my blemishes, takes away the redness. It actually doesn't even look drying. My skin was pretty dry on my chin, But it's actually not looking dry with this foundation, so that's nice. Or this tinted oil, I should say. I guess it's not really a foundation. I also think as well, just kind of like first impressions with this, if you have a little bit more of a mature skin and you don't like things that, you know, are heavy, that settle into fine lines and wrinkles, I think you will also like this because I feel like it's so hydrating and lightweight, and it just honestly gives you that skin-like feel and look. But I do think, I don't know, I have to obviously wear it throughout the day. I don't know. I think if you're super oily, I'm not too sure. Although, who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to knock it till I try it. This is the whole reason why I wanted to buy this and give it a go. I have a huge blemish coming here as well. I don't know what's happening. My skin is not happy lately. My skin definitely feels like I have a face oil on it. Like, you know, that feeling before you go to bed. I really love to apply a face oil. That's what I feel like with this foundation on my skin. I do feel like I got a face oil all over my face. I like it. I'm just concerned about the wear time, you know. I'm gonna go in with some concealer because obviously I'm curious to see how this is gonna layer. Will it layer okay? How will this work? So I'm gonna go in with my Lancome Tinted Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in the shade 215. I'm actually gonna take a sponge to blend this out. Let's see how this works. Working nicely, not lifting. It's blending really nicely with the foundation. It is not separating. Promising. I do feel though my nose is like super dry in this crease here, and I feel like it's really clinging, so I think if you have really dry skin, it might kind of cling on. The foundation might cling on to your dry patches. So at this point I'm going to set my face because I have to. I just have to. Obviously if you are more on the drier side or you really like that dewy glossy kind of skin, don't set it. I have to set it. This will not last very long on my skin if I don't. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Mercier translucent powder. First I'm going to take some and put it underneath my eyes here to set my concealer. Well, don't think this is working out for me. Let me just grab a mirror here. I could tell already in the camera that it's not. So, for some reason, I only set my T-zone because that's where I get super oily. I'm not really going to go all the way across my cheeks with the powder. For some reason though, this does not love my nose. This foundation with the setting powder, it looks awful. But it's because my nose is very dry right now as well. I'm having some problems. I'm also finding that the foundation is lifting here with my powder. Well, this is why I try stuff for you, so you know. Okay, so I don't think that this is a good foundation to set, if you want my opinion. Not at least the way I'm doing it, so I'm going to wipe it all off and start all over again. Okay, so I wiped off everything. We're going to start again. I don't think putting setting powder on your face is going to be a good idea with this foundation. So here we go. My nose looks less dry as well. I didn't put as much. I feel like the less the better. If you have any really dry patches, I wouldn't go in with a lot of the oil kind of serum foundation. I feel like it does cling to really dry areas, so I didn't put as much, and I feel like it does look a lot better. So I'm going to go in to kind of sculpt my face a bit using the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in $3.95. This is the deep one. I bought this because I found that the lighter one was a little bit too light, so they came out with this shade. This one is pretty deep, and I have good news. They're coming out with one that's in between the light and the deep. So when that one comes out, I'm definitely going to buy that. This is good just to add a little bit of chisel to my face. I was going to use a powder bronzer, but obviously I feel like because this is an oil foundation, I don't think I'm going to use the powder. I'm going to stick with cream products today. And then to give my skin a little bit more warmth, because that one that I just used from Chanel is very cool undertone, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild. This is the Oaks on You contour stick. I need more. This is it. I have nothing left. I love this contour stick. It has a really nice warmth to it. You can see the difference between the Chanel and this guy. Just kind of brings a little bit of life back into the face. The nice thing about I think that this oil foundation is providing is when you are layering cream products on top of it, it does make a very nice canvas to blend things out. So for my blush, I'm going to pick up the Florence by Mills. This is the Glowing G blush. It's a cream blush. I actually really like this cream blush. I find it's really, really pretty. So we're going to stipple some of that onto the cheeks. Okay, so instead of setting my entire, you know, pressing powder into the face, I'm going to take this little Real Techniques setting brush. I'm going to pick up the same Laura Mercier translucent powder. Hopefully this is not a mistake, but I got to set my under eyes, for instance. So we're going to, you know, just pat gently. Okay, I think that worked a lot nicer. So instead of taking, you know, the usual, taking my powder puff, dipping it into translucent powder and really pressing it to set my face, instead of doing that, I'm just lightly going in with some translucent powder and a little brush here and just patting everywhere where I usually get a bit oily. I'm not going to do the whole entire face though. I don't think that this foundation likes powder. It is more of a cream kind of, cream to cream, no powder kind of finish. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray as well, just, you know, just to give my skin a little bit of a spritz. So I'm just going to go in here with the Florence by Mil setting spray. And then I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. This is the highlight. It is powder, but I feel like it will be okay. I feel like a little bit of highlight, even if it's powder, will be alright. So I'm going to finish off the look by using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. I'm gonna go in and be a little bit extra, going in with the Maybelline Shot Collar Liquid Lipstick in 325. Okay, so I think my skin looks so beautiful. It really does. It's very skin-like. It just looks gorgeous. But here's the thing. I'm oily, I'm combination. I really need to kind of set my face to make sure that the product will last all day on my skin. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear it throughout the day and see how it works on my combination to oily skin. I think if you have a normal skin type, because again, if you're super dry, I was clinging a bit to my nose, but I think though if you have more of a normal skin type, your skin is just normal, and you really like the look of a foundation that doesn't give you too much coverage, still looks like skin but gives you something, gives you that youthful look, I think you're going to absolutely love this. Because this was oil based as well, I went in with cream products for my blush, for my bronzer, just because I knew if I started to work powder on top of the oil, probably wouldn't blend very nicely. I love to use this sort of powder puff to push powder to set my face, but this kind of lifted off the foundation. It didn't really look great when I used the Laura Mercier powder like I normally do to push into the skin. Kind of removed the product and it looked splotchy, so that's why I had to wipe it off and redo it. I think though if you're going to use a little bit of setting powder, go in with a little brush, dip in, tap off, and then lightly tap on the areas that you want to add a little bit of powder just to kind of help with the oil. So that's what I did all over the face. I still think my face looks amazing. When I touch my face, it does have a little bit of like an oily touch, and you can kind of see on my fingers, some of the product actually is lifting off onto my finger. So it does not set. It stays that kind of oil consistency on the face. For the time, it's now 12:53, so we're going to wear it, see how long it lasts on the skin, and yeah, so I will be back with another check-in. See you soon. Okay, I am checking in. Many hours later, I went for a walk. My wing flew away. But guys, I am impressed, and I'm gonna tell you why. Here's what I have to say about this foundation. Am I oily? Yeah, I'm oily. Like you can see here, I'm patting away the oil on my face. The foundation actually looks incredible, except for right here. So on my chin, my foundation the tinted serum kind of wiped off because when I was walking, I wrapped my face in a scarf. And I'm assuming the scarf probably did remove some of my chin makeup. I do believe though, for instance, if you wanted to put a little bit more to kind of touch up, I think it will be fine. It's one of those, I think, formulas that you can kind of just add a bit more and it's not going to look weird. And I was right. Honestly, I didn't have the highest hopes for this product just because of the oil factor. I love Maybelline foundation. Maybelline makes the best drugstore foundations. But after trying this, I think it's a really great product. Just think it's a product that you have to be looking for. So either you really loved oil-based products, you really want that skin-like, beautiful kind of sheen of a finish, you will love this. If you have normal skin, I think that this will just look fantastic on you. It even looks nice on my combination skin. I just feel like you obviously have to layer it though with cream products. You can't be a powder lover and then try to really work powders on top. I find it doesn't blend well with the powder. Go more with the cream products. This will make your face look absolutely beautiful. Also think if you are a makeup artist, you'll probably really like this in your kit because it just makes your skin look like radiant, beautiful, dewy skin. Alright, okay, so this is the end of my review. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.